watching Fighting Dirty with Hank Balch.
Hey Sterile Processing Universe, it's Hank Balch here with Fighting Dirty, and I appreciate you watching and listening to the show today. On this episode, I'm going to talk about supervisors in sterile processing and why supervision is such a critical component of what we do in our departments. Now, for a technician or department leader, I think everybody knows how difficult it is to get by shift to shift, day to day without a supervisor on the floor. A special shout out to all you working managers out there who have to supervise and try to manage a department. Guys, depending on the complexity and size of your department, many times that is nearly impossible to get all the paperwork done, do all the high-level communicating and planning with the operating room and administrators, going to meetings, and still be expected to manage the day-to-day workflow on the floor. I highly encourage any department who's trying to do a dual-purpose working manager to give that up. Give your manager the opportunity to really lead, to plan for tomorrow, and hire a dedicated shift supervisor for your team. But it's not just me. The AAMI ST79 2017 document recommends qualified supervision for every shift. ECRI, the ECRI Institute, also recommends 24/7 qualified supervision of your sterile processing team. There is no question, industry organizations all understand we need supervision of this complex process in sterile processing, and yet there is still one group who does not understand it, does not see the value of supervision, and that unfortunately is our hospital administrators. I can't tell you how many hospitals today are still trying to run 2 or 3 shifts even without any dedicated supervision. Folks, if you are a supervisor, I understand how difficult your job is. You handle all the questions all day long. You manage the day-to-day workflow. You put out the fires. You communicate with upset customers. You have one of the most difficult jobs there is in the sterile processing department, and yet you don't get enough credit. So I wanted to take just a moment on this video to say thank you for putting in the hard work of supervising teams. You have to deal with the drama of the department, and unfortunately sometimes supervisors are not even given the authority or the tools to really deal with that drama. You're just asked to put up with it and make sure that it doesn't get out of hand, and that's not really fair to you. So, supervising. Why is it important in SPD? Well, as a technician, you want to be able to focus on that task that's in front of you. You want to be able to stand and decontam, follow the IFUs, ensure everything coming out of those washers are 100% clean, free of any residue and any bioburden. That is your focus. If there's not a supervisor on staff and something goes wrong, who gets pulled off of that complex task in decontam to deal with the problem? Who has to take off all your PPE and go around to the clean side to figure out what's going on upstairs in the OR? You need a supervisor on your team to shield your frontline technicians. If they're in decontam, if they're on the processing table, if they're pulling cases, that's how mistakes happen. When there's distractions going on and there's no frontline leader to help to shield the team from those distractions. We want our technicians to be able to focus on the intricacies of inspecting, cleaning, checking for functionality, packaging, testing, sterilizing, all the kinds of things that have to happen on every single instrument every time. We want them to focus on that, and then have somebody else, a dedicated department supervisor, to deal with all the other workflow challenges, communication issues, all the kinds of things that they can be free to focus on as a department leader. If you have a great supervisor, I would love to hear about them and what makes them great in your eyes. Either comment on the video below or shoot me an email at hank@beyondclean.net and tell me why you love your department supervisor. I hope this video is an encouragement for you today to invest resources in creating dedicated supervision for your team. If you need any other insight on those, I recommend that you download the Joint Commission Sterilization Booster Pack. There's a lot of information in there about what the Joint Commission in particular is looking for in department leadership. That should be a critical resource for you. Until then, guys, keep fighting dirty, and we'll see you again next week.
Is your central service or sterile processing department prepared for a regulatory survey? If you can't answer with a resounding yes, you should contact Beyond Clean. Our experts will perform a survey in your facility to help you determine your survey readiness. We can evaluate acute care, ambulatory, and dental facilities. Our team will guide you through the survey process to ensure that you are beyond ready for your next survey. And we can stay with you after the consultation, offering virtual consulting and mentorship programs to maintain the progress you have made and to continue making process improvements. Contact us today to schedule a free 30-minute initial consultation.